Hello. Hello everyone. Good evening. Is my voice audible? Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Okay. Okay then. How many members are you completed the assignment? Yesterday's assignment. How many members have been completed the assignment? Have you posted in Classroom? Google Classroom? Okay then. Um, okay then. Is there any doubts from the yesterday's class? Installation. You had doubt in installation. Okay. First, see carefully. First, open any browser and search for Python download. Okay. And here is the first URL. Then click on it. And when you go down, you can see multiple versions. Different types of Python versions are present here. From this, you can install any version, but mostly prefer LTS version, Python LTS version. LTS means long-term support, which is a stable version. Okay. Then uh, click on this URL and when you go down here, you can see for Windows, for Windows installer, it will be recommended. It is recommended this URL for Windows. If you have MacBook, you can go with this URL. Okay. And click on this Windows installer 64-bit. And here the file will download it. Click on it and it will ask like this. You have to check these two boxes. This is to add Python path in system variables or user variables. And click on customize installation and click on next and install Python version for all users. Then click on install. That's it. Python will install. Understand? Is there any doubt? Okay. Yeah, I will tell. After the class, we will discuss about it. Can anyone remind yesterday's what are the topics that we have discussed? Okay. Can you wait for 2 minutes? I will be back. Okay. What you go? కాదు. Guys, don't unmute yourself. This will be recorded. Okay.
Recorded as the best.
Okay, guys. Oh, hello. Hello. Yeah. To check the Python is installed or not, first we have to go. Wait. Okay. Check if the Python is installed or not. Go to command prompt. Just search for, click on Windows and search for command prompt and click enter and search Python hyphen version 3.11.9. You can see if the Python is installed, you can see the Python along with the version. If it is not installed, you can get an error like a Python keyword is not recognized. Okay, understand? Is there any doubt? Came error. Okay. So for that you have to install Python again. Okay. You have to delete the installed Python files and you have to install again. Same process. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about, yesterday we are discussed about different types of variables and along with different types of data types, right? And also we have discussed how to take input from the user and perform operations like addition. Hello. Hello. Is my voice audible? Anyone? Yeah, I got a internet connectivity issue. So that okay. Yesterday we have discussed about different types of variables and along with data types, right? And also we discussed how to take input from the user also. From that input, we did a small addition program and along with simple print statement. And today we are going to discuss about conditional statements and along with loops. Do you have any idea about conditional statements and loops in Python? Students, anyone? Do you have any idea about conditional statements and loops in Python? Okay. Okay. First, conditional statements means we have um, three types of conditional statements. If else, hello. Okay. Mainly we have three types of conditional statements. They are if statement, if else, and if elif. Okay. Have you have any idea about if else and elif statements? Okay. Today uh, we are going to discuss conditional statements and along with loops. First, what are the conditional statements? Okay. Conditional statements are used to make decisions based on whether a condition is true or false. Understand? These statements are used to make a decision based on whether a condition is true or false. If the condition is true, we have to perform certain operations. If the condition is false, we are going to perform another type of operations. Based on the condition, we are going to decide what type of operation we are going to perform. Okay? How many types are there? We have three types of conditional statements. What are they? If statement, if else statement, and elif statement. First, if statement. What is if statement? If we have single condition, whether we have to decide this or that, true or false, like that. I will give a simple scenario. Okay, you have exam marks, right? Whether you want to decide based on your marks, your result will depend, right? If you got pass marks, you will get passed. If you get failed marks below 35, you will get failed, right? Here we have only single condition. Understand? For these types of program, we are going to use if statement. Okay, it says some. It's an addition. Okay, if it. Yeah, it can be same. Okay, we will write a simple program. Here we are going to write whether you are eligible for voting. Okay, in elections we are going to vote, right? What are the eligible? What is the age to vote? What is the eligible age to vote? 18, right? Now we are going to write a program whether a user, based on the user's age, we are going to decide if the person is eligible for vote or not. Okay. First, we will take a variable. What is a variable? Age. Age equals to, currently I am giving 19. And if this age greater than or equals to 18, if the age, the variable which is stored 19 value, age is greater than or equals to means if age means 19 greater than or equals to 18, he is eligible for vote. If it is not, he is not eligible for vote. When we are using conditional statements or loops, and if we create some functions, we first we write a colon. Colon means in different languages we have a flower braces, right? In Python we are using colon. And most important thing, most of the beginners faced indentation error when you are writing a simple program for the first time. You mostly see an error called indentation error. Indentation error refers to the spacing. It's a block. If it is a block, if statement is a block, when you are creating a block, you have to perform certain operations in that block, right? To indicate the operations are in a block, we have given indentation. This is the space. Okay. Print. Here we are going to print. You are eligible to vote. And else. Else means here we can simply write out of the loop, out of the conditional statement, you are not eligible to vote. Okay. We will run this file. Can anyone tell how to run this conditional.py file? I mean this Python file. What is the command to run this Python file? Anyone? Yeah. Python conditional.py. Python Python conditional.py. And based on our age, you are eligible to vote. It will give this output. Hello. Okay. Now, if you want to take the input from the user, yesterday we have used input function, right? In the same way, we are going to replace this 19 value with the user's input. Okay. Is my voice audible? Hello. Okay. Here, age equals to, I take integer because we are entering a number, right? So without using integer, by default input function take it as string. Yesterday we have to manually convert into integer, right? To avoid that explicit replacement, we have used int keyword before input function, so that whenever user enter in this input function, the value will become integer value. Okay, is that clear? Is there any doubt here? Hello. Okay, again we'll run this file. It will ask our age, and I'll say 27, and you are eligible to vote. If I say again, um, my age is 7, you are not eligible to vote, it will give this output. Here we are taking the input from the
user by using input function. To convert by default input string function into integer value, we are using int keyword before input function. Understand? Is there any doubt? Okay. Next, we are used if condition and along with else. Okay. Else means if the if condition is fails, this will print. Okay. Now we are going to use elif condition. Okay. Elif means if we have more than two conditions, then we are going to use elif condition. Understand? For example, right now I have given a simple um, example, right? Marks. Just now we have discussed about marks example. In in results, we have different types of grades: A grade, B grade, and C grade, and D grade, right? We have multiple conditions also. For each condition, we have different type of grade. First, we will write the program and we'll go it thoroughly. First, we will take a variable called marks. Based on our marks, our way, uh, our grade will depend. Now, if marks, if my marks greater than or equals to 90, I'm comes under grade A. Okay, is that clear? If my marks are greater than or equals to 90, I'm getting grade A. And here I'm using elif condition because I have more conditions to go. That's why I'm using elif condition. If this condition fails, it will redirect to this statement. Elif, it's combination of else and if. Okay. Elif marks greater than or equals to 80, I'm getting B grade. And this if these two conditions are fail, mean if the student gets less than these two marks, between these two marks, I'm comes under grade C. Understand? First it will check this condition. If this condition is true, means if my marks greater than 90, it will execute. If this condition is false, I mean if this condition is fails, it will redirect to here. And again it will check this condition. If my marks greater than or equals to 80, if it is true, I get grade B. It will execute. This statement will execute. If again this statement also will fail, we'll directly move to else statement. Here we get grade C by default. Okay. If the students not come under these two conditions, he will automatically comes into grade C. Right? I will write. um I will run this file python conditional.py, and here I'm getting grade B because my marks are 85. And first I will check here if 85 marks greater than or equals to 90. Is 85 greater than or equals to 90? Not, right? Then the statements will not print. Okay, then it will move to here, this statement, this condition. My marks 85 greater than or equals to 80. This is true because 80, 85 is greater than 80. So this statement, this print statement will execute. It will enter this block and it will execute this statement, print statement. Understand? Is there any doubt? Okay. For this statements also we can use input statement like imagine like we are getting the marks from the student, from a particular student. Here he enters his marks and he will check which grade he falls into. Okay. First we will run this file and here it will ask how many marks, like enter your marks. Here I am entering 60 marks. Then it will show the grade is C. Based on our marks, our grade will depend. Understand? These are the conditional statements. Okay. Is there any doubt in conditional statements? Is there any doubts in conditional statements? Okay. Now we are going to move next topic, loops. Can anyone tell, do you have any idea about loops in Python or any language? Uh, can you tell me what is loop? Repetition. Okay. Yes. For example, yeah, yeah. In Python, loops are repeat set of statements. Yeah, it's correct. In Python, loops are used to repeat a block of code multiple times until a condition is met. The recursion. Yeah. Here we will give a condition until the condition is fails, it will execute the block of code. Okay. First, in Python, loops are used to repeat a block of code multiple times under a condition is met. Okay, we have different types of loops. In that, we mostly use a for loop. Okay, for loop and while loop. Based on our requirement, we will use these loops. Okay, first loop. What is the first loop? For loop. What is for loop? For loop is used when you know how many times you want to repeat something. Okay, for example, if I tell you write your names 10 times, you will know how many times you are going to write, right? In that time, you will use for loop. For example, if you don't know how many times you are going to write that statement, but you are going to do it multiple times, but you don't know how many times it is, then you are going to use while loop. Understand? Hello? Based on our requirement, we will use these loops. If we know the number of repetitions, we will use for loop. If we don't know the number of repetitions, we will use while loop. These are the two loops. Okay, understand? If you understand the definition, we will move to the implementation also. Yeah. Hmm. We will create a new file, loops.py. Here, first we will create by using yeah, we have do while loop also, but mostly we use while loop, for loop itself. There is a small difference between while and do while. Okay, in while loop, first we will check the condition. Okay, based on the condition, the statement will execute multiple times. Okay, in do while loop, first it will execute the statement, then it will check the condition at last. Okay, if the condition is true, again it will go to execution of that statement. If it is not true, I mean if it false, it will come back out of the loop. Understand? In while loop, first we will check the condition, then we will execute the statements, right? In do while loop, first it will execute at least one time. Okay, at least one time it will execute the statement, then it will check the condition. Based on the condition, we will decide whether we have to do it multiple or we will exit from the loop. Understand? But in Python, we mostly have for loop and while loop. I think it doesn't have built-in do while loop. Okay, in like Python and Java, it doesn't contain do while loop. Built-in do while loop. Okay, first we will implement first for loop. Okay, For example, um, if you want to print um, 0 to 5 numbers, okay? If you want to print 0 to 5 numbers, you have to write it manually, right? By using print statement like print 1, print 2, print 3. So here we are repeating those actions by incrementing one value. So here we can use for loop. Here we know how many times we are going to repeat that task. The syntax is simple, uh, not like other programming languages. Here we have simple syntax. For example, here we can write simple program for I. I is iterative, iterations. We can call it as iterative or iterations. We call it shortly as I. Okay. For I in range, for I in range means here we are using for loop to iterate from 0 to 5. Okay. Here, how many times we are going to repeat this task? 5 times. So that here we gave range up to 5. It means it will start from 0 to 5. Okay. Then I'm printing the ith value. Okay. First time it will be 0. Second repetition it will be 1. For third time it will be second, because we are starting from 0. For the first time it will be 0. For the second time it will be 1. For third time it will be 2. Okay. First we will execute this file loops.py. Okay. Here it will print from 0 to 5. How many numbers are present here? 5 numbers, but it will start from 0 to 4. The total number are 5 numbers. Okay. For example, if I gave it like this, from 1 to 11. If I want to print numbers from 1 to 11, here I can give like this: starting number and ending number. Understand? Again we will execute. It will give from numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. Is there any doubt here? Hello. Okay. Then we are going to move next topic, while loop. It's a simple for loop. Okay. Here we are printing ones from numbers from 1 to 10. You can replace it with your name, like any task. Okay. Next, while loop. Here I am taking I, like simple previous one iterations. I equals to 0, while is a looping statement or looping keyword. Here we gave the condition. I value means 0 less than 5, it will print the I value. Then for each iteration, it will increment the ith value. Initially, it will start from 0 and it will interpret like 0 is less than 5. Is it less than 5? Then if it is true, 0 is less than 5. It is true. Then it will execute this print statement. What is the print statement? It will print the I value. What is the I value here? 0. Then it will print the I value. Then it will move to next statement. It will increment the I value. This is the incrementation. I plus 1. I plus 1. I plus equals to 1 means it will increment the I value. Like if current value is 0, after incrementation, the value will be 1. Okay. I will run this statement. Here it will print from 0 to 4. How? First, it will start from 0. 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is true. Then it will print the I value. What is I value? 0. Then it will print the 0 value. Then it will go to the next statement. I plus equals to 1 means it will increment the 0 value like 0 to 1. Now it will fall back to I equals to 1. Now while 1, what is the I value here? 1. 1 is less than 5. It is true. Then it will print the I value. What is the I value here? 1. Then it will print the 1 value here. Then again it will increment the value. Then it will become 2. Next it will go again. 2 less than 5. It is true. Then it will print again the true 2 number and it will increment the value. Like that until the condition fails, the process will repeat. Okay. When it is reached to 5, let's check for 5. If the I value is 5, 5 less than 5, is it 5 less than 5? No, no, right? 5 equals to 5, not less than 5. So here the condition is failed. So that here print from 0 to 4 here. Understand? Is there any doubt? Hello? Okay. If you have any queries, you can ask. And for today's assignment, I'm giving hello? Hello? Students, are you able to attend class tomorrow? Okay, students, for today's assignment, can you create a simple calculator by using conditional statements? Yesterday we have performed arithmetic operations, right? So merge those arithmetic operations and along with today's conditional statements by using if else and elif conditions and by using arithmetic operations, create a simple calculator. Uh, take it like a take two numbers from the user by using input function and he will select which operation he want to perform. Okay, if we select addition subtract addition, then addition block will execute. Okay, first take three inputs from the user. First, what is the inputs? First, take number one integer and take number two integer and also take the what operation you want to perform, like addition subtraction. Yeah, I can explain. I can text the assignment and I will send it in your group, and today we will end this session. Okay, we will move we will meet in next class. Uh, you can exit from this class. Okay. Uh, yeah, I will send all three assignments. And also I will send how to upload your assignment in the Google Classroom. Okay. You can leave the meeting, students. You can leave the meeting and we will see you next class.